Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Slime Cordless Inflator. There it is. Looks good. Now, it has a little digital readout here. I'm going to show you that here in a few minutes. Here's some specs on the back. It's got a little trigger lock, so you don't have to hold your finger in there. Rechargeable battery. It actually has a USB port on there. It has this what they call inflate right technology, where it shuts off, goes from 0 to 99 psi. It'll pump up a tire in 6 minutes from dead flat, which I'm not going to do because I bought this for a specific reason. It's got a 12-inch hose on it, lithium-ion battery. So yeah, it looks good, man. Looks good. Let's get it out of the box and check it out. All right, here it is right here out of the box, and you get a manual right there. I mean, it's not that complicated, right? You set the thing to the PSI you want, and you pull the trigger. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to this thing. It's pretty simple. They do give you a little USB cord. It's like 3 feet long. Here's the battery itself. It's a 2500 milliamp hour, 11.1 volt. Here's the pump. There's the digital readout there. I'm gonna put the battery in and show you that. Here's the hose. You know, it's a tire pump, okay? You know, it's not the space shuttle. It's a tire pump. Now, I am going to tell you one thing, okay? And now this has nothing to do. I've never turned it on. I've turned it on for a second, but I've never used it, so I actually don't know how it works. But I will say that it feels kind of cheap. You know, that cheap feel of plastic. You know, I don't know if it's just, I mean, it might be the greatest thing, you know, that ever was made, as far as I know. I have no idea. But it just has a cheap feel to it. Like the plastic is that cheap feeling plastic. And then it gives you these little adapters down here to pump up a basketball or a football or whatever, you know, that stuff's in there too. But yeah, it just gives you that little, the feel of it isn't that quality. So, you know, it is what it is. But we'll see, right? I mean, we're going to go out there and pump up, I'm going to check my tires on the bike. And then we're going to see how that works. But the battery, it took about 4 hours to charge, just to let you know that. And they tell you, there was a sticker on the battery. I put it in on the box here. Yeah, it says here, battery must be charged 4 hours with a 2.1 amp charger. So I'm going to tell you right now, you have to use a 2.1 amp charger, or it won't work. If you use a 1 amp charger, it won't charge. It won't do anything. If you use I tried to use even a bigger charger. I think it was a 3 or a 5 amp charger. It wouldn't work. It just doesn't do anything. But as soon as you put the 2.1 amp charger on there, it works like a champ. And there's the USB port for the charger. And this is a little USB port for if you want to use it to charge your phone or whatever. Say you got this in your car and your phone's dead, you can plug it in here and charge your phone with it, or, you know, whatever. But yeah, it has to have a 2.1 amp charger. And if you have an iPhone, you might have one, or an iPad. I think the iPads, Apple gives you a 2.1 amp charger, and the iPhones, they give you a 1 amp charger. I think that's how that works. Or you can get one of them little dual chargers. There's a 2.1 amp on one side and the 1 amp on the other. So let's pop this on here and give it a shot real quick. The power button's right here. Just hold that in. Oh, the display comes up right here. It'll say the PSI, and there's the target. And then it just has the arrows that go up and down to change the target. Oh. Right there. Okay, so you just, after you switch it and change the target, you just stop, and then like 5 seconds it'll go back to, it'll stop. It'll stop that part, and it'll say right in there, target 20 PSI. So yeah, this part, it's pretty simple. Now I'm gonna turn it on so you can hear it. And so you hear that, right? It's extremely loud. I mean, this thing sounds like machine gun fire. Okay, so, but enough of all that crap, right? Let's go fill up a damn tire. All right, I'm out here with the Rad Runner. And now this is why I bought this thing, was to take it on the trails. So if I got in a jam and got a flat out on the trail, I would be able to charge it up and to get back, get some air in it, go for a while. When it went back flat, put more air in it or whatever. Or, whatever you have to do to get home, right? Okay, so the PSI recommendation for this is 30. And it is on 18. Let me lower that target here for a sec. And all you do to get out of the target thing is click the button here. And to activate the changing of the target, you just hold the up and down arrows in for a couple seconds and it'll start flashing. So let's just hit this real quick. I'm trying to hold the camera so you can get a really close-up look at it. Okay, so it shut off by itself like it said. So I think that worked out pretty good. I'm happy with that. All right, that's exactly what I wanted it for. It did the job. All right, guys, there you go. It works. Have a nice day.